Welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. We got another very special guest. He's been on the show before. I got my man Dan the Man back. Welcome back, Dan.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Great, man. We had a great show last time. Mm-hmm. Everybody loved it. And you're back with some more of those wild stories, huh?
Yeah, some wild stories.
Oh, man, I can't wait to hear. So what you got for us today over here at the Hit Show?
Well, I remember last time we didn't talk more about the prostitutes.
Okay.
So I guess we'll get in more to that and see how it goes, you know?
Oh, man, so the escorts.
Yeah, that's like the hoes, I like to call them.
So that's what they're not called. The court escorts when you go online and you order one is an escort, not a prostitute.
Exactly.
It's an escort. Okay.
A hose on the street.
Hose on the street?
When you honk the horn. Yeah, how much, you know?
But these ones ain't on the street. Are these the ones on the street or the ones on the website?
It should be on the street.
I think it's safer online.
I think that's why they do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, more of a paper trail, just in case.
Yeah.
You know, like they got your number.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, text messaging and stuff like that. So I think it's more safer on their part. Which I agree 100%, you know. It makes it more safer for them, you know, instead of going out on the street trying to get a man. And you don't know who he is. You don't know what he got in his car and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
So it's definitely more safer for them.
Understood.
Especially if they don't know what they're doing.
Right. So I'm wondering if they get like you know how we go to work and somebody trains us. Do they get like a trainer or they just like independent contract? They just jump in it.
Okay. This is what the story is about because I feel like this one was not experienced, but sexually she was pretty good. But getting the money wise, she was not that good. So I guess I guess we're gonna talk about it now. You know?
Okay. Let me hear it.
Yeah. So all right, I went on the website where you look for prostitutes. You know, you look up hookers in your city and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was bored. I had a bad week, so I wanted to get my chicken choked. You know,
needed some entertainment.
Oh yeah, needed a little pick me up. You know what I mean? So then, I looked on there. I'm like, oh, this one got some nice ass. So I figured, hey, let me message her. So we started messaging a little bit.
Gotcha.
Then we started talking on the phone. You know, she wants to know if I'm a cop or something. And I said, no, I'm not a cop. And I mean, does it really help if I say no? But, you know, it's all good.
Well, I guess if somebody asks you if you're a cop, I heard even if you're undercover, if somebody asks you, you have to say yes.
But I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, really? That one question is going to make them not.
So there's nothing else they ask you to do to prove you're not a cop?
They say, let me touch your dick or something, or squeeze my ass.
Oh, so the cops can't touch him and they can't touch the cop?
Yeah, well, they don't know, but like if they try to grab his dick, they'll be like, no, you can't do that. But a regular person like me, I'll be like, yeah, go ahead. You know, like, why not?
You might be a cop.
Yeah. I might not, you know?
Man, that is crazy. So tell me about this lady who wasn't too seasoned in that.
No, she was not a very seasoned one, you know? She was fresh off the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's say, you know? So anyways, I picked her up. I think it's called CarPlay, where they come in your car to give you, like, have to fool around with. So then, all right, we're talking about price and stuff. Then she starts going down on me. The thing is that made her unexperienced. She forgot to get the money up front. So I'm like, oh, shit. She forgot to get the money up front. But I'm not going to say nothing, you know? I'm just going to leave it like that.
Well, she's in training, right?
I don't know.
It sounds like she don't know what she's doing. It sounds like
I guess she was nervous. She was, I think she was in Bedford or somewhere in those apartment buildings or something.
Give her the location.
Yeah. If you want to get a free hooker, you know, that's where you got to go, you know? So then anyways, she gave me a blowjob and stuff. So what I didn't tell her I was going to come. So then I just cummed in her mouth without her knowing. So then she's freaking out. She's like, why didn't you tell me? And stuff like that. So I'm laughing on my side and shit. So then, all right. She's like, are you going to pay me? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, you're supposed to pay me. I'm like, well, you didn't want the money up front, so why should I pay you now? So then we start arguing, she's cussing me out. Now, remind you, I cummed in her mouth. She spit it out in her hand, trying to slap me like that. But I went like this, like, no! So then, she hit the shirt. And I said, get out of the fucking car. Get out. So she got out. And remind you, this is my favorite shirt. So I'm like, oh, shit, my shirt's ruined and shit like that.
So wait a minute. You're not worried about coming in her mouth and her throwing cum on you. You worried about
she slapped
getting on your shirt.
Like
it's your favorite shirt.
Like she slapped the cum on me.
That's what you mad about, because she messed your shirt up.
Yeah, it was my favorite shirt.
And you didn't pay her, and you came in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And you worried about your shirt.
Exactly.
Well, the money you didn't pay her with bought you another shirt.
Yeah. I didn't want to pay her.
See, you ain't right.
No, not. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
A funny thing is, all right, the next day I text her back. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'll pay you double if you do it again. Then she's like, well, you made me feel cheap. And I'm like, yeah, of course. It was $100. Of course you're cheap.
You said that?
Yeah.
The $100 that she didn't get.
Yeah, that's a cheap date.
So now you owe her $200.
Well, no, because I didn't see her the second time.
Oh, okay.
She banned me. I was banned from her.
Online?
Or, no, in general.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I had her phone number.
So she blocked you?
No. I think I can still text her. But she doesn't respond, so. Oh, most likely it's probably like a prepaid phone anyway, so she don't even care.
They still make those?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, this one's a prepaid, too.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to have, a bill every month with your credit and all.
No. You can just...
When I think of prepaid, I think of like the little ones you get at the dollar store. You know the little...
Yeah, where you scratch it off, the number. Yeah, they got those.
Do they?
Yeah.
That'd be safer for them to use, because then they can switch their number like every week.
Exactly.
New phone or whatever.
100%, yeah.
Because in that line of business, that's dirty, like dirty men like you that don't like to pay them.
Exactly.
She was in training that day, huh?
She was fairly unexperienced. But she was good. She was good. You got to make your dues. You ever heard about making your dues? You
should try to call her maybe like on Christmas or something.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. You got her number still, right? Send her cash app. You don't have to. Here's what I owe you.
I really don't want to, though.
Oh, that is too funny.
Yeah, but no, it was bad. But she just didn't want the money up front, so that's all it was.
That's weird, because I guess if you're in that line of duty, you would think they want their money up front.
That's why I think she was unexperienced,
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, that's why I asked, like, when they do these things and they put ads on these websites, like, you would think they have some type of knowledge, or, if they know somebody that's in that line of work, hey, what do I do? What's safe? What's unsafe?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure women in that line of duty would say, get paid first before you do anything.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she messed up. Maybe that's all it was.
She just thirsty for money. Sounds like very.
Yeah, I guess she was so thirsty she forgot about it.
Yeah, and you quenched her thirst.
Exactly. I don't know. It's probably salty.
That's terrible. We terrible, I know, but this is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So what happens now, like when you have a situation like that, when you go to the next one, do you try to get something before you pay? Do you kind of like test them? Test the water, see what you get away?
Yeah, of course. I think that's why when the more they're seasoned, they're upfront about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, because they've been screwed before,
Right.
So that's why.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot. They usually ask for the money up front before you even get to see them.
Oh, like cash app?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
I know.
Because you don't know.
That's why I don't give it to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
You send them what?
I tell them I don't got cash up. I got cash money. I'll give it to you.
So would they request like a deposit?
Mm-hmm.
And then
you pay them the rest when you see them.
So what if we send deposit and then
they don't show? Yeah, of course.
You just lost your deposit.
Yeah.
How much usually is a deposit on something like this?
I don't usually get that far. But, because, I know it's all bullshit. I'm not going to send them no money without seeing them for a shit.
Right.
Because you don't know what they look like. Honestly, they can be a man for all you know.
Yeah.
So
I think if you did send somebody some money and it ended up being a man, you should get your full return back. When you show up, hey, wait a minute, you didn't tell me that.
Exactly.
Can I get my refund?
That's called false advertising.
It is.
But sometimes you get robbed for shit like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people post fake ads. I never got robbed. But
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
The fake ads, and I'm, want to hook up.
Because think about this. A guy looking for a prostitute. he was going to call the police and say, "Hey, this hooker robbed me"?
Well, you can.
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think you get in trouble too.
That's okay. but
And it's kind of embarrassing too. Like, this guy got robbed.
well, you know, I was watching a show actually on YouTube called Trick Rolling. And
I never seen that.
And look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
And this thing they call trick rolling they do in Vegas, it's pretty neat actually, but it's dangerous. What they do, they take Visine or Clear Eyes when they get the guy back to the hotel room, and they put in his drink, and it temporarily paralyzes the man.
It's kind of dangerous.
And they rob him. And you know why most of them aren't reported? Because the guy's usually married.
Exactly.
So they don't report it.
Yeah, they don't want the wife to find out.
Exactly.
It'll cost them more money.
Yeah, so that happens a lot. Those fake ass, man. So
yeah,
y'all be careful trying to order these women online. See, he's a professional. He knows how to do it.
I'm kind of risky though. I usually bring them to the house too.
Ooh, yeah. You told us about that last time. That damn stalker.
No. This was a regular woman.
No. Oh, okay. She wasn't that.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but no, I brought a couple to the house because I didn't feel like getting out of the house.
She went to Motel 6 for $40.
Yeah, fuck that. It's like ordering a pizza, you know.
No, that way, if they get mad or whatever, or you don't pay them, they don't know where you live.
Well, no, when they come to my house, I usually pay them.
Oh, okay. Just not in the car.
Well, yeah, if it's in the car and it's like in their area, like Bedford.
That's his hot spot. That's a cheap ass hot spot.
Then you kind of do what you want, you know? Yeah. But honestly, that was kind of a risk, you know? You never know. She could have had a knife, a gun. Like, jab.
Right, anything.
That would have been it.
She didn't. But
I was willing to risk it for the biscuit, you know? Just try, see what happens.
You're a dangerous man.
Am I? No. I just do stupid shit.
Dangerous. Well, you know, because if she could have reversed it on you.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were saying, you know, you can't call the police and say, hey, a hooker robbed me. She can't call the police and say, hey, I gave this guy some head, he's supposed to pay me. So it ain't like she can report it either.
A couple of people say she could have put rape charges too. What do you think about that?
You know, yes, but the problem with that is, because, you know, a lot of times they don't run a rape kit, and they should.
Yeah.
Every time somebody says they get raped, they should run the kit, because they don't always run it.
Mm-hmm.
But she could have said, hey, this guy raped me, and...
Because it was false pretenses, like I was supposed to give her money.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah. And they can lie a lot of times, say, hey, this guy raped me. And we see it all the time. It comes up years later that the guy didn't rape her.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I'm thinking, my people told me that, but I told them it's more like robbing them instead of raping them.
No, it's not rape.
Yeah.
But she can say you raped just because you screwed her over. She can screw you over in a way.
I remember one guy told me that's kind of rapey. I mean, no, because she...
No, it's consentful.
Yeah.
She consented.
Yeah, she put her...
That, you just didn't go...
Yeah, she put her mouth on my dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But you just didn't pay her.
No.
So it's not rape, it's more manipulation.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm always down for manipulating.
I know. You're a womanizer, manipulator.
I'm not a womanizer. I think I'm a nice guy.
You just don't pay him.
Yeah, I do. I don't pay them. I don't know. Maybe it was a tough week. Maybe I was pretty cheap that week or something, you know.
So do you got your regular?
No. I kind of slacked back on the escorts.
Oh, yeah?
You know, so like, you know, just trying to stop acting, doing stuff like that. You know?
It gets pretty expensive over time.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the main reason why I stopped. I'm going to be honest with you, you know.
I would think it would be because, you know, each girl, different price.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Sometimes their prices go up.
Yeah. They could be moody at the time. Then you got to, you know, sit there, get them something to eat, talk to them. They might be going through something.
I usually give them tap water like last time.
Yeah, I forget. What's the slogan again?
Hookers get tap water.
Hookers get tap water.
I should have made a T-shirt.
We're going to make one and trademark it. Don't y'all steal it.
And, the proceeds go to a hooker in need.
How about the one you didn't pay? How about that?
I'll just give her a T-shirt.
So she's supposed to wear your T-shirt while you get rich and you don't pay her.
Well, she got a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's free too, huh? You an asshole.
Yeah.
This guy's wild. But I need another interesting story because you told me you had a couple good ones for me.
Yes. Now, I was dating this chick.
Uh-huh.
I was dating her remember last time I told you I had a stalker?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now, this is before the stalker stage. We was getting to know each other. We're going out on dates. So this chick, she's not from here. She's from Africa. But she lives here for about a year. She lives with her brother and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, all right, we start going out, and I noticed, like, little weird things about her and stuff like that. Like, took her to a restaurant, and we was eating her food, and then I see she's not eating the main food, but she's eating the sides.
Okay.
So then, we're talking. I figure, man, maybe she just wants to eat, maybe she just likes the sides or whatever, I'm not saying nothing. So then we're talking. We're about like an hour and a half in the restaurant. We're talking. Everything. Never touched her dinner, just the side. Then I asked her, "How come you never touched your steak? Like, why you're not hungry or something?" She's like, "No." She's like, "I don't know how to use a fork and a knife." So I'm like, well, "What do you mean you don't know how to use a knife?" Like, she's like, "I don't know how to use a knife." Now the reason why she doesn't know how to use a knife, because she's from Africa. And they always eat with their hands, like fufu, that soup with the dough and stuff. Mm-hmm. They always dip it and eat it. Like they're always like, well, they use a fork. Don't get me wrong, but she said they always stuff that's already cut up, like it's already, you know what I mean?
So she never had to cut up her own.
No, that's why she wasn't really used to a knife. And I'm like,
really?
That.
This must be in the villages, Africa.
I don't know. I was like, man, she must be very remote, and I'm like. Was you like in a village or something?
She had to be.
Then she's like, no, she worked for the government.
What?
Yeah.
In Africa?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, like it was like a little government, like a little village?
I'm saying it had to be like the size of this room.
Yeah,
The size of
like the hut or whatever.
Or no, somewhere in Africa.
Then she's like, no, it was Nigeria. She worked for the government.
What?
I'm like, wow, okay. And I'm like, so they never used a knife. And she's like, no. I paused for a minute. I didn't know what to, like, it's such a normal thing we use.
For us.
Like, it's not the thing, like, we don't think about, like, like, how to use a knife because we already know how to use it and stuff. And I'm like, interesting. Like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I was just telling myself, yeah, I know how to pick them. I don't know how to use a knife and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. So she doesn't know how to use a knife.
Yeah.
And their food is already cut up. So whoever prepares the food cuts it up.
Or something. I don't know.
But somebody has to use a knife. How's the food cut up before they eat it?
I think she's just stupid.
No.
She's just stupid.
No, maybe she wasn't the cook.
No, she said she knows how to cook food.
So she cooked food. And the food is cut up before you eat it. Who cut it up after she cooked it?
Maybe she already gets it pre-cut at the butcher. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of.
In Africa?
They got butchers now. Well, yeah.
I know they do, but I'm saying, okay.
They got a butcher now?
So you tell me they go to the butcher.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't see somebody that lives in the hut going to the butcher, cooking the food.
Yeah.
And the food's already cut up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking she's lying.
Or she's stupid.
I'm thinking she's lying because there's no way you go to a butcher. Because if you go to a butcher, that means like you kind of fancy. You know, you got a little money.
Exactly.
And then you had them cut up all your food and you cook it.
Yeah.
Every time? That doesn't sound right.
I know, I don't. That's why I still today, I don't know.
I don't think she went to the butcher.
I
don't think she cooked. I think she was trying to impress you a little bit. So, went to the butcher.
Yeah.
You know, her being a foreign woman, she don't want you looking down on her. You know, you already got bad things about to happen anyway. You know.
That we didn't know of yet, but it was going to happen.
So, wait, is this a chick you met online?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So she had other intentions as well.
No, I just think she was looking for someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she came across you?
Yeah. Well, I came across, you know me, copy and paste.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad for that young lady.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
What happened with this whole she didn't know how to use a knife thing?
I just like, okay, whatever. So, yeah.
You didn't cut it up for her?
Oh, yeah, I did. I cut it up for her.
I'm saying, you just going to sit there and let the steak get cold.
I mean, I was like, okay, I got her plate. I was cutting it. I felt like I'm cutting up food for a little kid, but it was like, okay, this is interesting.
Now, when you was cutting it, did she say anything? Was she watching to see how you were cutting it?
Yeah, she was like, she asked me, how do you cut it? And I said, well, yeah, like this. I cut it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And after you cut it, she was excited to eat them.
Yeah, she ate it. And I ate some too because I was cutting it. So I was like, okay, might as well eat some while I'm cutting it, you know.
You and these women.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl did not know how to use a knife.
Yes.
And now when you gave her the food back, did she still use her hands when she was eating?
No, she used a fork.
Okay.
That would have been pretty funny if she used it.
Yeah, very funny. Using it. But you know what? Some of my family members in Alabama, they eat with their fingers.
Well, yeah, like chicken wings and...
No, I mean, a lot of their food, a lot of the older ones, I
Okay.
remember when I was a kid, they would eat with their fingers.
Like what?
They grew up in a different time, in like the 30s and you know.
Like what kind of food? Like
anything, greens, mac and cheese, they would just use their fingers.
Really?
The older ones, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of times they would eat, my grandmothers would eat with their fingers sometimes.
Oh.
They were from the country in Alabama.
Okay.
You know. But they still knew how to use utensils.
Maybe.
It ain't like they didn't know.
And this was like back in the 30s.
Yeah, like they grew up like in the 30s and 40s in Alabama in the South, you know. So
maybe that's a cultural thing.
It could be, yeah.
Because back then,
yeah,
and she was here only a year, and she's used to eating with her hands or a fork. So that may be a cultural thing or something like that.
Yeah, I think that girl was from the village though.
Because I think so too.
It's 2000s, man. 2020 something.
24, yeah.
They got forks and knives in Nigeria, man.
Yeah, they got a lot of technology there.
In Africa. Yeah, they got
like
especially Nigeria. Nigeria ain't like the slums for real.
No, like okay, you know, like because they're very technical, like you know, like all those fucking what they call where they scam people.
Yeah, that's where all it come from. The scammers, the Instagram scammers.
Exactly.
So they're smart, very smart people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But I think she was from the you know how we got how you got the city in the country.
I think she rode on the short bus, maybe.
No, I think she's just from you trying to down her. I'm thinking she's from the outskirts and that. You know, like you had the people that were polished, then you had the people with the low income.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she was one of those people, you know?
Oh.
So what happened after? Yeah, did y'all eat dessert? I want to know.
Oh, did I eat that?
Did she? Because I'm thinking she using a fork.
She does like ice cream. She did like ice cream.
Did she use her fingers?
No.
Okay. Still had steak sauce on her hand, different ice cream. You gonna send this to her? I hope you send it to her.
I hope she don't find this video.
Oh, that is
actually
wild.
Funny story. Okay, yeah. Remember I told you she was a stalker? I called the police.
Yeah,
and everything like that. You don't even know about this. I didn't even tell you this part.
She was a stalker too?
Yeah, she was the one that used to come to my house without me knowing and knocking on the door and telling me to come in.
This is the same girl we talked about last time. You
Yes,
said you
yes.
called the police and you didn't know her last name.
Yes.
The same girl.
Yes.
So she's a stalker. She used to work for the government.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know how to use a knife.
Yes.
Eats with her fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Does she wipe her hands off when she's eating? Does she, like, you know how you eat your main course and meal and you wipe your hands? Does she wipe her hands off before she got to the ice cream? Or does she just dip?
She's clean. She was a clean person.
But she don't know how to use a knife.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
I know.
I'm just trying to add it all up.
No, I completely understand. I was shocked too, but I'm like, I mean, she does wash her hands.
Did she use a straw when she's drinking out of her cup for?
Yes.
Okay.
She does.
Did she try to blow bubbles and all that in the cup?
No, actually, she doesn't. She always gets water when she eats her food.
Okay.
And she doesn't really drink while she eats, like drink water or something. She usually waits at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
To wash it down?
Yeah, exactly.
Really? That's how they do it in Africa. I've seen them videos in Africa.
Yeah. We should.
You ain't got much to eat over there. That soup, you know, remember them commercials?
Yeah. No.
The soup. Slurping the soup. Oh, them African niggas will be mad. They're going to be mad. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So this stalker, the stalker. Okay, so this is something to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, now if y'all watched the first one, Wild Stories, watch it. This the lady he was talking about that popped up at his house. And when he asked her a couple of times nice to leave, she wouldn't leave. And when the police showed up, he called the police. They asked him, what is her name? He gave her the first name, and then he didn't know the last name. And they was dealing with each other for, 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
And he said it took 3 months to learn the first name. The lady's from Africa. She used to work for the government, and she don't know how to use a knife. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to pick them.
I know.
And she was looking to be, well, obviously 6 months serious. And
Yeah.
he wasn't.
Yes.
Maybe she was a little slow.
Funny thing is, she's studying to be a nurse right now. Like an RN nurse.
Oh, no, she don't need to take care of nobody. How the hell you going to give somebody a shot? You don't know how to use a knife. You're going to try to draw blood and kill somebody. Oh, hell no. We're going to put her name in the description, so make sure the hospitals don't hire her. I'm just playing. We ain't going to do that. That is a crazy story.
Mm-hmm. After all this story, one day I got drunk. I text her.
Oh, man.
And I started talking to her again. And we seen each other and stuff.
She pregnant now with y'all having an Italian?
No.
Italian and African?
No.
Okay.
No. So, yeah, now I'm seeing her again.
Now?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. She
But
doesn't subscribe to the channel, does she? Hit show channel.
hope not.
Your ass gonna come up missing. She gonna scam your ass. That's what's gonna happen.
So, yeah, like, I was looking at her pictures before I text her. I'm like, she don't look too bad. She looks pretty good.
Good looking girl. Okay.
Oh, yeah, very, very beautiful. I'm not going to lie. Very beautiful. I put up with not her cutting the food because she was very beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, she don't look too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So then I text her. Automatically, she was willing to talk to me.
So she didn't look too bad, and this is after the first 6 months.
Yeah.
This is when y'all reconciled again.
This is the first time I talked to her back. And
Since the last time?
Yeah, since I called the police.
Okay. And what did she say? She was willing. Was it easy?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
What?
I don't know. I was like, I was even shocked. So.
She got a green card?
Oh, yeah, she got the Social Security card.
Damn.
Yeah, she's doing
Really?
good.
Oh,
She's
wow.
doing some better. She's doing better than some people that live in America. Honestly.
Really? She ain't scamming, doing no scamming?
No, she's a cleaning lady.
Is she?
Yeah. But like I told you, look how fast she's coming up.
Adapting, yeah.
Within the year.
She's very intelligent.
But she still doesn't even know how to use a knife.
I'm sure she does now.
I'm going to ask her and we'll come back to this.
She gonna stab you. She gonna learn how to use a knife and stab.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the only one. Jab. That's how she'll find out.
She gonna stab his ass. That's what she gonna do.
The hooker didn't stab me, but she will.
Now you called her hooker. I hope you subscribe, and whoever you are, I hope you subscribe and get his ass.
Which one?
Her, the one you talking about.
Both of them, or which one?
I'm talking about the one that's from Africa.
Oh, yeah.
No, that other one, she got it out for your ass.
Oh, yeah.
You should send her cash out. Make her feel better.
Yeah, I should.
For Christmas, We're asking when her birthday is.
Oh, yeah. She should probably tell me to go fuck myself.
That's good stuff right there.
I had Christmas, but it's almost July. What do you call that? Christmas in July or something like that?
Call it that. Say it's a
Exactly.
long Christmas,
Yeah.
Send her something.
That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
And these ladies take you seriously.
Not
your
the
bullshit.
Not the hookers.
No, it's like they take your bullshit seriously. I'm not saying they're taking you seriously, but whatever what your agenda is, they're taking it seriously.
Well, I gotta admit, I do make it seem like I'm taking it seriously.
That's your whole game plan.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a terrible person,
But it's legal.
I mean,
it's not illegal to lie.
I mean, I'm not a woman beater,
No, because you get what you want anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just, it's just not illegal for you to lie and manipulate and get what you want.
No. You think it should be?
No.
I mean, everybody lies.
It just depends how far you go and what.
So what considers like scamming people? That's illegal.
Yeah, it is.
So what isn't like what I'm doing is scamming them, or like what is that?
It's not scamming because you're actually paying them.
Somewhat.
Well, you might pay them in other ways. Mm-hmm. You might take them out to dinner.
Yeah, I do.
Like when we went to go play blackjack, we was at the casino.
Yeah.
You bought the lady a drink, bought her food.
Yeah.
So you're technically still paying for somebody's time, even though you might not pay them directly.
Yeah, I'm paying them, and like they work for food.
Yeah, that you might.
Nah, that's not. That's kind of
work for food. We work for food every day. We got to work to survive.
Yeah. Me and a guy at work talked about that, like getting a hooker or being in a relationship. It's kind of costing the same. Wouldn't you say so? Because, like, when you're in a relationship, you got to take them out to eat, go to places, take them to the movies.
Hooker's cheaper.
That's what we was talking about.
Because you're not all...
And less time.
You're not always paying financially. You pay with your time and your energy in a relationship. You might deal with somebody who's actually might be a good communicator, might be a good person. Or the flip side, you have a very negative, bad person that's draining your energy and draining your pockets. They have kids. You're the primary, like, provider.
Now, are the kids yours at this time?
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot, you know.
It's
and
a
then
lot.
you have to deal with them emotionally, and if their father doesn't come around, you know. So if we take all that together and you take a hooker, right? This one is going to do exactly what you ask. And then with this one, you might want something out of her, and she has the right to say, no, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like making you nothing to eat tonight. Or I don't feel like going out. I'm not in a good mood. This one's going to say yes because she has to. This one can say no because she can. You know what I'm saying? So cheaper as far as in time, energy, and money, of course the hooker's going to be cheaper. But to have a stable person, the relationship, usually, you know, this person here is going to be the stable, better person for you. Hookers
So
only
they
good for-
say.
It's supposed to be.
It's 50-50, I think.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on who you get.
And the compassion and all that stuff.
Exactly. But this lady here is for one thing.
Yeah.
I know a guy who goes to Brazil, and I think over there he said you can order a maid to like just cook and clean for you. Like it's kind of like a hotel Airbnb type of thing.
Yeah.
But they cook, wash your clothes, do your dishes. Like if you leave, you know, they clean up for you.
Okay.
I think that's not bad to have a maid.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you get like a maid for cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you're on vacation, you don't have to cook or do no cleaning. It's not a hooker. She's not a hooker. But she just, you know, cleans your place and stuff, you know. And I was like, they should have that here. Well, we do, but I think when
I think it costs more.
over there,
No, here.
oh, of course,
If you have someone that does all that.
yeah, it's
And
called a
like-
wife. They get alimony.
And sometimes
child
they don't do
support.
all that either. They don't clean. Sometimes they don't cook.
You got to pick the right one.
You're lucky if you get that.
You got to pick the right one. You know, you got to pick somebody who actually does those type of things when you're going over to see them and see how they operate at home before they even move in with you and get serious with you. You know, that's where a lot of men mess up. They don't see how women operate without a man.
Exactly.
You know, they just be so thirsty to get them. You know,
Exactly.
then they be mad when it don't work out. But getting back to what I was saying, or you were saying, actually, the maids, the maid service over there and over here, they're not hookers, but you can have sex with them.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
but you got to pay.
Well, of course, you know.
It's probably not.
It's
I don't
all-
know what the price is, but this is what he was telling me, and this is what I think. A lot of, not to knock the passport boys, because you know this is the big thing now. Since
What?
we're talking about the dating sites and escorts, there's a group of men here in the United States call themselves passport boys, and they go overseas to find women to bring back here to marry and have kids with.
So smugglers. What they call that? Sex traffickers.
No, that's not sex trafficking.
The women are fully aware.
Like, yeah, fully aware,
So like a mail order bride, basically.
kind of.
I think it's
It's the same thing.
yeah.
But they call themselves passport boys, which used to be mail order bride.
Okay.
It's the same thing. They just call themselves a group now, passport boys. And they said they're going overseas to find women to love and to marry because the women here in America are too difficult, is what they're saying.
How would you think about that?
I think I understand, but at the same time, all American women aren't difficult. You just have to find the right one for you. Now, when you go to a third world country, they're going to be easier to deal with because they don't have the same type of freedom of speech and rights women in America have, as far as can say whatever they want about men and they can live without men. And women overseas in those countries were raised that the man is the head and you are beneath him. And over here, everybody's told we're equal.
Yeah.
So they're going to go over there and find a woman who is 90% of the time she's going to be more submissive because that's how they were taught from the time they were able to communicate from their mother and father.
Okay.
If you know that, like different countries, you ever notice men and women from different countries? If you ever talk to like the husband, the wife doesn't talk.
Really?
Yeah, like go into one of these corner stores with the Indians or whatever.
Okay.
And speak to the husband. The wife, when you're talking, when he's talking and you're talking to him, she doesn't speak.
Really?
And if you talk to her, she only talks to you a little. If he's there, she only talks a little bit.
To show respect. Okay. Now, say if someone does get that mail order bride, and what about if they don't like him?
But if the man doesn't like her, she doesn't like him.
It can go either way. Let's say the man doesn't like the girl that he got from a different country. What do you do with her?
I don't know. I think
you can't just tell her to get out because she don't know what to do.
Right. And you probably already got her green card and everything. And she's probably a citizen.
And, if you help them get a green card, you're responsible for them for like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if they commit a crime, you're responsible for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out maybe like a couple of years ago.
Well, I guess if you don't like her and she don't like you, y'all asses both stuck. Or what you can do?
Send her back?
No. Take her with you and go get another one. And now you got two. Because polygamy is big now. Fuck it. Why not go get two? Because those women in other countries don't mind having another woman there with the man.
But don't get me wrong. Those women from other countries, they're money hungry too.
Yeah. But if you're going to pay 100% everything, you might as well have whatever you want.
They want a lot of stuff. They're like the women here in America. I think they adapt to the women.
They do because of social media.
Yeah. Like they always tell them they want fancy clothes, expensive dinners. They want to go out. They want extra, like thousands of dollars.
That's fine. But the thing is,
it's fine.
This the thing is with those women. That's fine, but you're going to work. Both of you are going to work. And all that money is going to go into a joint account to make sure we have bills and everything paid for. So think about it like this. If I'm going to pay 100% everything, okay, but you're still going to work, and that money will go into a joint account.
I don't think they work.
They don't work at all?
I don't. Okay, you ever watch that 90 Day Fiance?
No, I've never seen it.
Watch it. They're kind of money hungry.
They don't work?
No.
They don't
because they're
scam online or nothing?
No.
OnlyFans?
They should.
They gonna do something.
Yeah.
You gonna shake some ass or something?
OnlyFans is a good way. If you don't like the girl you got, put her on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I heard a story about this lady that was on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know her dude even was putting her on there.
Oh,
she didn't know.
So that she was just making videos?
I guess he had hidden cameras and stuff.
Oh.
So out of the cameras, he would have pictures and different stuff, and he was getting rich.
And he didn't tell.
And she didn't know. But when somebody owns you, it's like you're a slave. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's right, but if you come into another country and you're selling yourself, that person kind of has control over you like a slave master.
It's kind of sad if you think about it.
It is. But then you got the guys that's going over there really looking for a soft woman to build with. You got men that's going over there just to say, okay, I'm going to buy this woman. She's going to do what I want. And then you got men that's like, okay, I want to have a soft, submissive woman.
Sometimes it doesn't work out for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes that woman takes advantage of them.
Yeah.
And then I think they bring their family to America, too. And then he has to take care of them.
Now, their asses are going to work. Be on OnlyFans or at the convenience store or something.
Grandpa, too.
Shit, I mean, they all take care of every damn body?
I think sometimes they make it. They try to take advantage of people in America like that.
Well, I know some of them I've heard because my dude, he's from Jamaica. He told me what he does. He's been over here for 20-something years. Every month he sends money back to Jamaica.
Oh,
and when they take that American money and change the currency, he said they live good over there.
Oh yeah,
So maybe some of them doing that. Once they come over here, they send a few dollars back to their family. And they build a whole village off that little couple thousand, off that little tax money. That's $6,000-7,000. You know what you can do? $6,000-7,000 in a hut. You can build a whole village.
Oh yeah, take care of the whole hut, a whole village.
That's kind of cheap, though. get a couple women from, overseas and a couple $1,000 and purchase some property and villages and stuff.
Let them live there. And then you go when you want to go see them.
And then you just impregnate the whole village.
Pretty much. That's pretty messed up.
That's how you start a whole race of your own. You start a whole new race and a whole new gender.
A cult.
Yeah. No, not no cult. We're not going to say that. Nope. We're not. That's how R. Kelly in jail now. We ain't going to say the word cult.
And he got out.
What?
I think he got out.
No,
yeah.
That's some fake shit.
No, I think he got out.
No, he ain't out. If he was out, he'd be on every channel. He'll be out in about 5 years. Because the way they did him is they got him on sex trafficking, which it's kind of sex trafficking, but it's kind of not. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of manipulation, and when they appeal it, I don't think they should have got him for the underage girls. They strictly should have kept it that and not sex trafficking
in the beginning.
Yeah,
like back when he was really doing it.
He was doing it for a long time.
Yeah, how did he get away with it?
There was people from Chicago. I know some people from Chicago saying he used to, come to the church and sing, and I would see him come up to the high school. He had a girlfriend at the high school. Like, why? The reason why they didn't get him then, and I understand why.
Because he's famous.
Because he was making so much money for the record labels. You can't have your artists locked up back then because it wasn't like it was social media back then either. Yeah. But now they can lock your ass up and still make money off your streams. Then they had the albums, but, it was a different time back then. Now they'll lock your ass up in a heartbeat.
I think back then you could have got away with a lot.
He did.
You did. A lot of people did.
But when you're that big of an artist like he was, he had to have a team to help him. There's no way he can move a whole cult. But think about it. He's the second most popular musical star. Mm-hmm. Who was the number one? Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. After Michael Jackson is who? R. Kelly. There's no way he has enough time to run a full cult. And think about how busy R. Kelly. He's too busy to run a whole cult. I can see he got time to make a sex tape, but he ain't got time to run a whole cult. And he had more than one house. And he was married with kids. How do you have time for all that?
He was a busy man.
Oh, man, that's crazy. But look, y'all, we about to get out of here. We got to thank Dan the man for coming back, for telling us some of his wild stories. And you know what? Maybe we'll do, we did Passport Boys, but I'm going to bring Cleveland back, and we're going to do one called Passport Boys Reloaded. Because there's a lot of good stuff we can talk about with that Passport Boy thing. Okay. And most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Hit Show Podcast. Thank you and good night.